to Camel's Mercy Watson. Let's go, go, go. Dayoung Read. You're ready? I'm ready. Let's go, go, go. Hello, I'm Dayoung Read. Today's story is Mercy Watson, Fightse Crim. Chapter 1. Mr. Watson and Mrs. Watson have a pig named Mercy. Each night, they sing the pig to sleep. Then they go to bed. Good night, my dear, said Mr. Watson. Good night, my darling, said Mrs. Watson. Oink, said Mercy. Most nights, Mr. Watson and Mrs. Watson and Mercy all sleep soundly in their beds. But there was one night when they did not. Chapter 2. Leroy Ninker was a small man. He was a small man with a big dream. Leroy Ninker wanted to be a cowboy, but in the meantime, he was a thief. He was a thief in the kitchen at 54 Nickel Drive. Leroy Ninker was robbing the Watsons. Yippee-yi-yo, said Leroy. Everything must go. He grabbed hold of the toaster. He pulled it across the counter toward them. Scratch! Wait. Screech! Screech! Wait, the toaster, shh, said Leroy. He tossed the toaster into his bag. Cling! Went the toaster, shh, said Leroy again. Chapter 3. Screech! Mercy woke up. Screech! Was this sound of the toaster made when it's pulled across the kitchen's counter. Mercy Watson loves toast. She particularly loved toaster with a great deal of butter on it. Mercy got out of the bed. She pricked up her ears. She interested. Mercy had Mr. Watson snoring. She heard Mrs. Watson snoring, who was downstairs making toast. Mercy was on top of the stairs. She looked down into the darkness. Cling went the toaster. When Mrs. Watson would turn it upside down, clean out of the crumbs. Somebody was making toast. She headed for the kitchen. Leroy Ninker grabbed the blender. He grabbed the clock. He grabbed a cookie jar. Yippee-yi-yo, he said. As he worked in, he sang as he worked in you go. He grabbed the juicer. He grabbed the teapot. He grabbed the waffle iron. And now Leroy Ninker heard the noise. He turned around. Yippee-yi, said Leroy. Uh-oh. Chapter 5. Mercy looked around. She did not see the toaster. She did not see the bread. She did not see the butter. Instead, Mercy saw a little man wearing a big hat. He was not making toast. Mercy was very disappointed. She was also very tired. She yawned. Good pig, said the man. He nodded. Mercy lay down. Nice pig, said the little man. Mercy closed her eyes. Yippee-yi-yo, said the man saying softly. Off to sleep you go. Oh. Chapter 6. Dad dear, whispered Leroy. It's a big pig. He reached into his shirt pocket. He pulled out of the butter barrel candy. He unwrapped the candy and put it in his mouth. Leroy thought. It might be a good idea for this cowboy to hit a trail. He picked up his bag. He stopped. "Aw, shucks," said Leroy. The pig was walking this way. There was no room to go around the pig, said Leroy. There's no room to go under the pig. Yes, I got to do over the pig. The pig moved. Leroy Ninker freeze. Mercy woke up. Wink, she said. Easy now, said Boyce. Mercy looked out of the corner of the eye. Mercy looked out of the corner of her eye. The little man was on her back. Mercy stood up. Steady, girl, said the little man. Mercy shook herself. The little man slid forward. Whoa there, he said. Mercy smiled something. What was it? Butter. Mercy looked around the kitchen. No bread, no toaster, but she definitely smelled butter. Maybe someone at the next door was making sugar cookies. Oink, said Mercy. She galloped out of the open door. She galloped toward the Lincoln sisters' house. Lincoln sister's house. Yippee-yi-yo, said Leroy Ninker. Away we go. Wait, please. Upstairs at 54 Deku Drive, Mrs. Watson woke up. Mr. Watson, she said. Never, said Mr. Watson. Did you hear a noise? Said Mr. Watson. What sort of noise, dear? A yippee-yi-yo sort of noise, said Mrs. Watson. No, I did not hear a yippee-yi-yo sort of noise, said Mr. Watson. You were dreaming, my dear. I was, said Mrs. Watson. You were, said Mr. Watson. Go back to sleep. Chapter 9. Inside the Lincoln sisters' house. Baby Lincoln woke up. She went into the Sister Magnolia's room. Sister, wake up, Baby said. There is somebody outside shouting yippee-yi-yo. Did you have pie before bed again? Said Magnolia. I did not, said Baby. I think you did, said Magnolia. I did not, said Baby. Go back to your room immediately, said Magnolia. Yes, sister, said Baby. Baby went back to her room. She got into her bed. She heard another yippee-yi-yo. Oh dear, said Baby. I wish I had not eaten that pie. Chapter 10. Yippee-yi-yo! Baby, said Magnolia, come back here immediately. Baby got out of bed. She went into Magnolia's room. Did you hear that noise? Said Magnolia. It was a yippee-yi-yo, sister. Yes, it was, said Magnolia. You're dreaming, said Baby. Nonsense, said Magnolia. Open the curtain. Baby opened the curtain. Together, the Lincoln sisters watched Mercy gallop across the lawn. They watched the little man off at his wave and over his bed. Yippee-yi-yo, said the little man shout. Chapter 11. Next door, Mrs. Watson discovered that Mercy was not in her bed. Mr. Watson, she shouted, come in once. Mr. Watson came in once. Mercy is not here, said Mrs. Watson. Are you certain? Asked Mr. Watson. Have you looked under the bed? She's not there, said Mrs. Watson. Mr. and Mrs. Watson stood together in Mercy's room. What should we do? Said Mrs. Watson. Yippee-yi-yo! Is that noise again? Said Mrs. Watson. Mr. Watson went into the window. He opened the curtain. He looked outside. Mrs. Watson, said Mr. Watson, we must call the fire department immediately. It is an emergency. Ah, said Leroy Ninker. This is the life. Chapter 12. In reality, Leroy Ninker was a small thief in the back of the big pig. But in Leroy's mind, he was a cowboy riding a bucking volcano in the Wild West. Being a cowboy is a hard work, said Leroy Ninker. I need some refreshment. Leroy reached into his pocket. He grabbed the hold of the butter barrel candy. He unwrapped in one hand. He put in his mouth. This is the life. But just then, the pig kicked up her heels. The pig barked. The pig reared. Leroy Ninker lost his grip. Yippee, said Leroy. Aye, said Leroy. He landed on his back. Oh, said Leroy Ninker. Mercy sniffed. There was delightful smell again. Butter. Where is this coming from? She looked around. She saw a little man lying on the ground. Heh, said the little man. That tickles. Mercy snuggled the man's shirt. Heh. 이거 읽었구나. Sorry. In order to stifle the man better, Mercy sat on top of him. Get off me, said the man. Mercy put her snout in the man's shirt pocket. She snuffled some more. Oh, heh, said the little man. Help. Mercy found a piece of candy. She bit into it. It was sweet. It was lovely. It was very, very buttery. But Mercy sat on top of the little man. She chewed, snuggled. A siren wailed. "Aw, shucks," said Leroy. Chapter 14. Said the fire department a red burst. "We have been in this house before," said Ned. Said the fireman named Ned. "You're all right," said the fireman named Lorenzo. "And the toast," said Ned. "We toast at this head." Toast at this head. "I see the pig," said Lorenzo. "Wait. The pig is sitting on somebody." "What?" said Lorenzo. Got out of the fire truck. They saw Mr. and Mrs. Watson running out of the front door and their house. They saw and new little Lincoln and baby Lincoln running out of the front door at his house. Chapter 15. Officer Tombolelo pulled into the driveway in 54 Deckle Drive. And almost they were all gathered around the pig. And one man in pajamas and 3 women in nightgowns. They were all gathered at pig. There was same pig I got have a constable. Fighter. "It is," he answered himself. "It is actually the same pig." Officer Tombolelo squid. "It is the pig sitting on the top of somebody?" Officer Tombolelo asked himself. "That certainly looks to be the case," he answered himself. Officer, shouted Baby. "Come quickly! Mercy has caught a thief!" Mr. Watson and Mrs. Watson and then little Lincoln and baby Lincoln and Ned and Lorenzo and Officer Tombolelo all looked down at the Mercy. "Are you a thief?" Officer Tombolelo said. "Yes, I am," said Leroy Ninker. "I am a thief." "Are you robbing these people?" Officer Tombolelo asked. "I was," said Leroy Ninker, "until the pig got involved." "Yeah." "Gentlemen," said the officer, put this removing the pig? Okay. It's the pig should be arrested, said Leroy Ninker. Leroy Ninker threw his cowboy hat in the head. He landed on his feet. "Oh, officer," said Mrs. Watson, "the thief is so tiny. Shouldn't he have something to eat before you arrest him?" "Maybe he needs some toast," said Ned. "It was a great deal of butter on it." "Toast?" said Officer Tambalella. "Who needs toast?" "Why, everyone needs toast." Chapter 16. The next morning, the front page of the newspaper read, "Fat Pig captures a thief, sits him until help arrives." "He was a poor sign wonder," said the poor pig's owner, Mrs. Watson. "She's a very, very brave dear," said Mr. Watson, husband of Mrs. Watson, and proud co-owner of this pig. "She is a silly pig," said Dayoung Watson's neighbor and Leroy Ninker. "And things were hard. Never did they see Baby Lincoln's sisters to Leroy Ninker reminded that the most interesting seem to be happy when one has to pie right before bed. The pig had captured a thief," said Officer Beltrambalello. "How it happened, I'm not certain, but it did happen. It did." Fireman Red and Fortune the Lorenzo Wiz were also in the sense. They both agreed that the pig had someone amazing abilities. There was also pointed at Mrs. Watson's excellent toast. The thief Leroy Ninker was interesting with reforming. He would like to become a cowboy. The pig had nothing to say, but she seemed was very pleased herself. Thank you for reading me today. Bye!